What's going on, everybody? Excuse me, Randy, I'm talking. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hidden Heights Farm. So hopefully I got an exciting video today. I know some of you have been asking to see this, so I am going to bring you along, and this is what we're going to be doing. We are going to go check the bees and see. It's almost fall time. It is time to harvest the fall honey, and a couple years ago we harvested some honey. We had a really good harvest, and we actually opened up some sales online on our Shopify store, and we were sold out within like 5 minutes of announcing it on here. So we haven't sold any in a couple years, so stay tuned because we have some that we should be selling. So we should be announcing that here pretty soon. We're gonna go see what we get today. We already have some in the house that is waiting on labels. We're waiting on labels, and once we get the labels, we'll be able to list it for sale and get them shipped out. I know a lot of people's been wanting to see this process in the video. I try to do this at least about once a year. Sometimes I do a video of actually like spinning the frames in the shop and you know, actually harvesting the honey out of the frames. Today we're just going to go collect the frames. I don't think I'm going to try to spin all the frames out today, but you never know. Like I said, you never know what we're going to do in our videos. You never know what it leads to. I might open up a bee box and there might be a little rattlesnake in there. You just never know. So stay tuned for those of you that have been wanting to see this process. Here you go. Here's your chance. So I got my bee suit, just some basic stuff. I know there's a lot of people on YouTube that do this. I am by no means an expert. This is just kind of a little side hobby, you might say. I don't give my bees near enough of attention. I kind of let them do their own thing and let them be bees. Now, that's, you know, you can ask 100 beekeepers how to do something, you're gonna get 1,000 different answers. So it is what it is. It's like any other thing. There's always so many professionals, and this way is the best way to do it, this and that. So don't go by anything that I do, because like I say, I just do this for fun, and I try to keep the bees happy, and we want the pollinators to do well, because that is how we get our food, all that type of stuff. We got fruit trees and vegetable gardens, and all our neighbors do. I mean, it goes with everything in the wildlife as well. So any little part we can do, it makes me feel better. But I got some bee boxes here that if I collect some frames, I'll probably put them in there. I don't know yet. And then I got my bee suit, and I got my smoker going right here. That will kind of calm them down. I was actually going to do this yesterday and video it, but it was like cloudy and sprinkling all day. And from my experience, if you ever get in a bee box when it's cloudy and it's starting to rain and stuff, you will absolutely get chased, or they'll try to get you anyways. They'll sting you if they can, because just like anyone else, they want to be out working and doing things. They don't want to be all crumped up in that little beehive with all the other thousands of bees. They want to go out, do their job, fulfill their life, and bring back the nectar and make honey and feed their babies, all that type of stuff. So we got a nice sunny day today. As you can see, the chickens are being nosy, want to know what's going on. So anyways, I'm gonna bring you guys along. I'll try not to gab too much. I'll just set the camera up and kind of show you guys as I go, and we'll see what we can get into. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed. Okay, so we are out here in our goat pasture first. I got one hive right here, and first sight, it's not a good sign, because I'm not seeing no bee activity. That is not a good thing, and sometimes these hives get sick and decide to leave, or things happen. Sometimes the wasps and the hornets, if you guys followed us a couple years ago, the hornets tried to knock out a couple of our hives, and they actually killed our whole hive a couple years ago, and I'm hoping that's not the case now. So we are gonna break this open here. I'm gonna smoke it and kind of bring you guys along and show you the process we do on these beehives. But I don't know about this one. This ain't looking good. Bees, I'm not gonna lie, beekeeping is one of the hardest things I've ever done. Yeah, I'm not seeing any bees, so this is not a good sign. And I've had this is the oldest hive we've had right here. We've had this one, I think, for like 6 or 7 years. And yep, not good. This one was overtaken by something, and now the wax moths are in it. This is not what you want to see. This is very, very bad. So this hive has died off, and now the wax moths are taking over, and there's no bringing them back. So we'll just set this aside and let Mother Nature take its course, let the birds and everything eat. Yeah, bad deal. Man, that's a shame, because this was my best hive that has always done good, and now it's gone. And it's super light, so there's no honey, there's nothing, and even if there was, we wouldn't be able to consume it with all these larvae of the wax moths. So we'll just kind of let this be. Okay, well, I guess it's a good thing we harvested honey earlier in the year. When we did, we actually did pretty good this spring. If you guys followed us along, I didn't video it. I wanted to, and don't remember why. The day I did it, it was like super hot. And when you're wearing these bee suits and stuff, it's a job in itself trying to do this, and then trying to film and everything else. Rachel is gonna help me film. She offered to come help me this time, but she's highly allergic to bee stings, and she gets super sick. So I told her, I said, no, don't worry about it. I'll try to film it and all that. But anyways, we got a good harvest earlier this spring because it kept raining, and it didn't just flood all the time. It was just a gradual rain. Every week we were getting these good rains, and all the wildflowers, all the trees were staying in bloom, and that's about the best thing you can ask for a good bee season. So anyways, I'm gonna, not to gross you out, but I want to show you how devastating these wax moths are to the bee population. Now, these are the larvae of the moths, and what they do is they come in and they just overtake the hive and lay their eggs in there, and then they come and they hatch. You can see these little cocoons, and then they start eating all the wax and the honey and all the larvae of the bees, and then the bee population is gone. But usually before that happens, usually something else comes in and wipes out the hive, or the mites take the bees over. There's just so many variables to beekeeping. Like I said, it's one of the hardest things I have ever done. But anyways, we got some more hives, so let's go up front and check them out. And I know I lost another one up front, and hopefully not two. I think we still got two up there, but haven't checked them in a little bit, so we'll head up there and see how they're doing. One of our doggies over here taking a nap in the shade. Guard dog. The other one, Cora, greeted me at the gate, and I don't know where the pup Russell is. He might be up here by his mom. The goats are all kind of lounging around. You can kind of see them way off in the distance. There's Mr. Russell and his mother. We'll try to sneak past him, get out the gate. Okay, so we're at the front bee yard, I guess you can say. And I've got one that has been here quite a while too, and it kind of started rotting on me. And earlier this spring when I harvested the honey, I think it was earlier this spring when I replaced this box right here. I replaced the bottom box, but it wasn't long after I replaced the foundation part, the base part right here. I replaced that, but as you can see, the box right there is starting to rot too, and it's uneven, and that really needs to be redone. So I'm going to try to work on that. This box right here, this was a good box earlier this year, but then through the drought, we ended up losing it as well. So I don't think there's no bees in here, but you can see the bees are coming and going out of this box, and it has double supers on it. So we'll see if they actually built out both of those medium supers and put honey in there or not. And then this one right here, this one is the swarm I caught earlier this year, if you guys can remember. Now I'm going to zoom in because I see something really cool. The bees are bringing in pollen. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but they got some very colorful little dots that they come in on their legs, and that's the pollen they're bringing in for food. So they're ramping up for winter time, because like I said, it's we're on the verge of just cold weather and fall being here. So anyways, I'm gonna probably leave this one alone. I might open them up and check on them, make sure everything's okay, see if they need any different frames or anything is wrong. But I've got to try to get this one taken apart and replace the base on it. And that was a good base, so I don't know. I guess I'll try to swap it over with that one over there. But they don't like it when you do that for sure. But first thing we'll do is we'll get them honey supers off. And then, because that's a lot of weight. These things are heavy. No one... If you've never worked bees or know anything about bees, when you start working with these honey supers right here, these are some heavy dudes, especially when they're full of honey. So let's smoke them a little bit, and then I'll probably bring everything. Well, I'm trying to think where I'm going to set it. I might just set it on that other hive over there for now, but I need to get that base off the bottom to replace the... No, the base is good. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not even making sense. The base is good. We need to replace that bottom box, so we can do that, no problem. Let's check my camera here. Alright, let's smoke these dudes. Excuse me, I waited till lunchtime so you guys weren't angry at me when I woke you up early this morning. They don't like to be woke up too early, and a lot of people will tell you whenever you harvest honey, you need to wait till like the late afternoon, and especially on a sunny day. Okay, so our bottom baseboard is fine. It's just this bottom box is starting to rot. We can swap that out, no problem. Alright, so go ahead and start taking these off. Oh man, that's a good sign. Let's see here, where am I going to set all this? That's a really good sign, because they're all built up here, it looks like. So let's smoke them up here on the top. What did I do with my tool? I probably dropped it, didn't I? Of course. What did I do with it? I just had it. And you're going to get your occasional spiders in here and all that. And they do a very good job of sealing everything shut. They seal all their little cracks with this little, it's like gum. It feels like gum to me, but it's called propolis. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna have a good harvest. We'll see. Oh, I got a wasp nest somewhere. I got wasps flying around. That ain't good. A lot of times the wasp will actually build nests underneath the hive boxes. And I don't have my bee brush. I couldn't find it. So I might have to take them off. Man, you guys got this really glued down. Oh. Okay. what we'll do is we'll come over here and just kind of shake the bees. Okay, so this is pretty much a fully capped frame. Get my camera adjusted here. Can't hardly see, but this is about a fully capped frame. You guys can see all the little cells. See these cells right here? That's where they store all the nectar that turns into honey. And whenever the humidity level is right and dried out good, starts turning into honey, they put these caps on it. So that's definitely gonna be some good honey. We'll try to get all the bees off the can. Oh yeah, nice heavy frames. Okay, so some of the frames weren't fully built out, and we'll put these back in there because that'll provide them with food for the winter time. And you don't ever want to harvest all of their honey in the fall time anyways. You want to be able to kind of give back some, because that is how they survive these cold, long winters. Some of these aren't built out all the way down here, so we'll probably leave those as well. Stuck. So I'll kind of show you guys some of these frames. Now the queen's not supposed to be able to get in here to lay eggs because I have a queen excluder screen underneath this board right here, and that has these little slits in there, and supposedly the queen is too big to fit through there. However, on this one right here, there is some brood. You can see the little baby bee larvae in there, so we'll put that one back for sure. And I don't know how she's getting in there to do it, but she is. So I got tons of bees on here, so I'm gonna smoke them a little bit. Let me get the camera and I'll show you guys. I'm not doing a very good job of videoing, but like I said, it's kind of hard. I'll show you what I'm dealing with here. So you guys can see that white screen down there. That is what is called a queen excluder. These are your deep body hive boxes, and this is where you want all your brood to be, like your queen laying their eggs and all that needs to be in these two boxes right here. These are your honey supers, these medium-sized boxes, and this is where you want them to store the honey. You don't really want your queen coming up here and laying eggs in the same cells as the honey, but as you can see, they're really picky. Like some sides they'll lay the brood on, some sides it's just honey. So you just got to pay attention, and the ones that has brood on there, it's not really a big deal. We'll just put them back. The bees are pretty smart, and they usually know what they're doing and what's best for their survival in their colony. But I'm gonna smoke these girls and try to get them out of the way. This kind of makes them go on down a little bit. They don't like the smoke. It kind of keeps them calm too, though. And one thing I always forget to do is, as I go through here, to keep it from being so hard to open every time, it's always good to run this blade on these frames and kind of clean it up a little bit. That's the sticky stuff. It just helps for pretty much the next time that you have to get in here to work them or anything. If you get in here like once a month or something more often than what I do, it's way easier because this stuff don't stick as bad because they haven't had time to really build it out. They're more worried about building out their comb and storing nectar and eggs and keeping their queen happy. But in the winter time, it's good for them to do that because it seals all the cracks. And yeah, this one is all pretty much larva. And we got some little bees that's actually starting to hatch. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I can't see if this thing is focused or not, but right here, let's see, where am I at? Right here where my finger is. Man, I cannot see on this camera. Right here where my finger is. Okay, there we go. Right here where my finger is, there's a little bee coming out. If you guys can see that, if this camera will focus on it. I cannot see with the sun and the screen in my eye, but that's all brood right there. I got little bees coming out. So we'll let them be. Looks like more brood. A lot of food for them. We'll put that back. Oh yeah, this one has mixed honey and brood, so we'll kind of leave it. Yeah, we'll leave this one here. I'll show you guys real quick. So you guys can see the honey cells. Right here in the corner where my pinky is, that's the honey cells. And then these real white caps, that's the brood that's fixing to hatch. And then the frame right next to it goes right back to just honey. Just straight honey. Look at this. So they know what they're doing. They know way better than I do. And we got honey again on the next frame. And for whatever reason, they don't like this frame right here. There is nothing on it, so I'm going to replace this frame with one of the ones I had from the earlier harvest. This is one I harvested in springtime. I kind of just put it up in the shop, and you can see I used a little roller to poke a hole in all this capped honey, and then I spin it, and it just spins out into the extractor. And now there's a little bit of honey still left in here, and honey never expires, as you guys know. I'll put this back in here, and they can clean this up really fast, and they can start storing more honey in there, so it gives them a little bit of a head start. Man, you guys been gluing everything down. They're just starting to build this comb out really nice for honey, so we'll leave it. Press this off. Alright, so we'll start putting some frames back. Actually, let's fix this bottom board first. Let's see, how am I going to do this? I'll set one over here. Sorry guys, I got to fix your house. It's getting a little crooked. Hooked up there. And here is the queen excluder. I'm not going to take it off because it's glued on pretty good. We'll just set this on top of this one. Oh. Yeah, that's what you don't want to do. Pick it up when there's multiple. I was wondering why that sucker was so heavy. Oh, we got more wasps. Man, this thing is so good. You can't break it. Now they're getting mad. Okay. So the frames are stuck is the problem. They're stuck to this box. Alright, Smoke, I need you to help. They are not happy. You guys can probably hear them. I'm just trying to... Okay, now they're trying to sting me. Okay, how am I going to do this? Okay, so my camera died on me there. So you missed a little bit, but I went and got a new box. I'm going to start moving all these over so I can give them all fresh new boxes. It ain't all rotten. Sorry guys, girls, we gotta get you a new house. You guys been living in this one so long, it started getting a little rotten. Man, talk about glued down. That one was really glued down. Okay, make sure we're all straight because this is fixing to get really heavy. Got another wasp. I don't know how that sucker got in there. I think the bees would take care of them. Trust me, you guys are going to be much happier. Your new house, all cleaned up. You're going to have a lot of room for extra activities. Whatever you guys need to do. Alright. Give them a big shake. Alright, now we will put our queen excluder back on. Here's a little close-up. It just goes right on the top here. Okay, now we'll put our supers back on. We'll probably just put one on, and I'll put the frames back in there. Like I said, we don't want to take all their honey, so we'll give them back some frames. Alright, now I'll clean them off. There's my tool. Or not. Okay, they should be happy. Now we'll put the lid back on. Cover on. And now their house is all nice and refreshed. They should be able to stay a lot warmer this winter if I get all these spiders out of here. Now put rocks on here because it gets really windy here, and a lot of times it will blow these over if you don't have them weighted down. So okay, so today was not ideal. I got a lot of bee boxes I got to burn because they are infested with these moths, and this is what you don't want. Now you guys, I showed you the healthy hive. It didn't have any bad moths in there, but whenever the hive gets weak, the moths and the beetles come in and they'll take over the hive. They lay their larvae in these cocoons and stuff, and it's best to just burn them. I know it sounds bad, but a lot of these boxes right here are really old anyways and starting to get rotten, just like the one I just replaced. And another thing you can do if you don't want to burn them, you can freeze them for a while, and that will kill all the larvae, all the eggs and stuff, and then you can reuse them later after you clean them up pretty good. I have some extra ones in the shop, so it's not a big deal for me, but I'll probably take them over to the fire pit and just burn them. That way it'll ensure that the moths can't come back to this healthy hive. And I want to show you guys something. I opened up this hive right here and I made some wasps really mad. I'm going to take this lid off. If I get stung, I'm blaming it on you. But there's a whole bunch of wasps right there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Yep, they're already coming after me. You guys see them in there? They've got a whole wasp nest in there. And I'm just going to let them be. The moths didn't take over this hive. This is just an extra hive I had sitting here, and this hive is a good hive too. I'm going to leave it alone. You guys can see the wasps. I'm going to leave the cover off. Hopefully they'll just go away and leave everybody happy. So anyways, I got to load up all these. Well, first I'm going to show you guys the honey frames I got. These are the good frames of honey I'm going to take into the shop, and we'll get them spun up here sometime and get them jarred up into some bottles. And then we'll be posting that online, so don't forget, if you guys are interested in purchasing some Hidden Heights Farm honey harvested here by yours truly, be sure to stay tuned. We'll announce it on YouTube, we'll announce it on our Facebook page. So if you're not following our Facebook page, head over to Hidden Heights Farm on Facebook, give us a like and a follow on there. Leave a comment down below here on this video if you guys are interested in the honey, and we'll kind of gauge how much we need to put on there for sale, because we like to keep some for our local people and we like to keep some for ourselves as well, for family and friends and all that. So anyways guys, I'm gonna get off here and try to get this done. It's getting warmer today, but thank you guys. Hopefully this video was interesting for you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and like I said, we showed the good and bad. Today wasn't absolutely the worst, but that's bad when you lose a couple of beehives for whatever reason. So hopefully we can get another swarm or something next year and grow our bee yard. But for now, we just gotta hope that these make it through winter. So guys, thank you so much for watching. We love you. Please subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the message about the honey coming up for sale, and we'll see you next time.